Okay, we're back with Duane Lue-Fung.
Typically, when people ask me, Duane, how do you become successful? It's so funny. People always ask me, what do I need to add to my repertoire? What more do I need to do? Sometimes I say, well, it's the opposite.
What do you need to shave off?
What do you need to give up?
Give up.
Because most times success typically has some rituals and habits and routines that we have not yet mastered, and we don't have the discipline to do them. How early do you wake up? How longer do you, how late do you stay? If you're in sales, do you make that extra call and everybody is gone?
Right.
Do you go the extra mile? You understand me? Do you stay a little later? Do you come a little early? Do you work a little harder? These little things look very, they seem like, I don't need to put in an extra half an hour, but I guarantee if I reach the office before you, half an hour before you, I make 10 calls before you, 10 more calls, I win. Why? Typically it's a numbers game.
That's 50 more calls a week.
50 more calls a week, which means that if I average it out, I am going to earn more. And then you look at me and say, but why is he doing so well? Because I put a little bit more into what I do.
And it has a cumulative benefit.
And it's done.
So now that you spoke about discipline and routine, what is your morning routine? Because ultimately how you start the day really sets the tone, and how you start the week, and how you start the year. And
Danny, my morning routine is absurd. And I don't even think people would understand it. And I think if even saying it now, most people wouldn't even understand that is the kind of work that you have to put in. That's the kind of regime and discipline that you have to put in. First of all, let me just share with you. Success has two parts. There's the internal structures of success, and there's what we call the external structures of success. External is the physical. What do you do externally to put in the work? It's almost like, what are the skill sets do I have to have and the competencies? But the internal is what you can't see.
Right.
The DNA issues, the discipline, the self, the outlook, the desire, the will, all these things. What keeps me moving consistently? What gets me motivated? So I have a thing, and I say to people consistently, state management is everything. I'm going to repeat that.
State management.
Let me say it again.
That sounds like Tony Robbins.
State management is everything.
Yes.
And let me tell you why. Because if you want to put success in a kind of box, and you want to kind of slice it, 80% of success is psychology and 20% is skill. So when I failed miserably in my former business, and you look at it, did I have the skill? Why is it so easy for me to come back and make the same amount of money and more? Because I did not lack the skill. What I lacked was the psychology. My morning routine consists of what I call priming.
Okay.
So priming really consists of a couple of things. Once I get up, I want to get the blood moving. I want to change my biochemistry.
Right.
Because what I realize that it's easier to change your state with your body than with your mind. And then what I do is things like, very simple, I do affirmations. I have a series of affirmations that I consistently commit to. What I know is that whatever I want to happen, whatever I want to manifest, I have to speak it.
Right.
So what I want to do is to rewrite, or what we call conscious interrupt. I want to interrupt the conscious way of thinking, which is the normal route of thinking. So what I find is that typically I go through a routine where I do affirmations, I listen. So I find motivation that I listen to, and then what I do is engage my emotions. So there's some things I do to engage my emotions. I do gratitude affirmations. That's what I mean? The only way that you can overwrite, you can't be grateful and ungrateful at the same time. It's impossible to do that. You can't be grateful and feel fear and doubt. And so my morning routine consists of really doing affirmations, engaging emotions. I listen a lot to what we call motivation.
Right.
I read at least 10 to 15 minutes of something positive consistently every morning. I go through my goals every single day. I read them consistently. I do what we call part visualization. I always remember, nothing enters except through the eyes or the ears.
Right.
So to program the subconscious mind and to get me to start to develop a habit of success, I want to visually see the things I want. So I spend a good 15 minutes looking at things visually. What are the houses? I'm looking at the cars, the yachts, the money. I have some visuals that I have, and I feed my brain on it, because that's the only way it will translate into something physical for me. So I do all of that. So that's my morning routine. And most importantly, I pray.
Tell us about your latest venture and what's ahead for it.
My latest venture is, I have two. It's TGL Inspire Me events, which we take international speakers and we bring them down. We brought Les Brown down November as a hit. We're taking Jack Canfield there.
Okay.
And that's one of the #1 speaker on the planet. But TGL is my core focus now. TGL is the #1 sales development company in the Caribbean. Its focus really is to just look at companies' structure in terms of their sales structure and look at all the ailments and some of the things that are going wrong from a sales standpoint. And we go in and we take what we call a 180 look at the organization. We look at systems, people, process, leadership, and we look at the alignment and the strategy, and we put all of that together. So it's a comprehensive look at just sales, and it has never been done before. And really that's also, most people think we're a sales training company. Training is a byproduct of really what we do. We go in, we look at the sales process, look at especially the leadership. Now, in terms of the sales leadership.
So you're taking a holistic approach to sales.
Yeah. And it has been going extremely well. We are literally looking to morph that into what we call a training and development giant across the Caribbean. Right now in partnership with some customer service company to even embody that into TGL as subsidiaries of what we're doing. So it is it's really a phenomenal venture.
Okay, so we're going into lifestyle now. Tell us 5 things that you can't live without.
Wow, 5 things I can't live without. Well, first, let me just say, I refuse to live without God. Yeah, just impossible. Yes.
This is a unique answer.
Yes.
Never heard this one before.
Refuse to live without just my ability to connect and just God in itself. I am very, very, very much in touch with my spiritual side.
God first.
Yes, God first. And it's always family second.
So
always.
So
and this is my 3 things. And this is what I think every man should embody.
A 5 though, no, we need 5.
Yeah, right on. God
so
first.
1, God.
God first, family. So first you have to have an unending thirst for God, must. Your family is everything. Second, your business and money has to come third. That's the lifestyle part of it. You have to have the ability to earn and to live a great life. That comes with really finding good ventures and the ability to go out and make money. For me, fourth is my peace of mind, my state. It is important for me to be in a good state
all the time.
The ability, people don't understand, the way you feel attracts what happens in your life. So I have to feel good all the time. And my I like to dress and to look good. I like my suits, I just love to feel good. And it's important in terms of my physiology. What gets me moving is where I know when I look good, I feel better.
Right, that's what Total 180 is all about actually. So there you have it, an intimate look at one of Jamaica's most promising entrepreneurs, Mr. Duane Lue-Fung. We thank you for coming out.
It's my pleasure, man.
And giving us jewels of wisdom.
Yes.
So stay tuned to Total 180. We're always trying to help you live your best life. Remember to check us out on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. You're welcome.